Welcome to this video on calculating total dynamic head, or TDH, for hydraulic systems. Engineers rely on precise calculations to ensure optimal performance in their designs. While amateurs might guess or add a simple 20% friction allowance, engineers perform rigorous calculations to determine the exact total dynamic head required for a system. The formula for TDH consists of four essential components: static head, resistance from straight pipe, resistance from fittings, and finally, the discharge pressure requirement. Static head measures the total vertical lift water must travel against gravity. Crucially, gravity does not factor into horizontal distance, only the elevation change. To get the full picture, engineers combine the static suction head required to reach the pump with the static discharge head needed to push water to its final destination. Next, we account for straight pipe friction. As water moves, it rubs against the pipe walls, creating resistance that depends on both the length and diameter of the piping. Pipe length creates measurable resistance. For example, 10 meters of straight pipe may add 1 meter of head. Always consult friction charts for precise measurements. Fittings and valves cause detours in the flow. These obstacles create localized turbulence, which disrupts smooth movement and significantly increases the total resistance in the system. Engineers use the equivalent length method to account for these fittings, equating them to a length of straight pipe. Note that components like globe valves restrict flow heavily. Finally, we consider the discharge pressure head. Many systems or pieces of equipment require a specific operating pressure at the point of delivery to function correctly. To convert operating pressure into head, use the standard formulas. In US units, multiply PSI by 2.31 to get feet of head. In metric, divide kPa by 9.81 for meters. When dealing with complex heating systems with multiple parallel loops, be careful. Do not simply sum the friction from all loops together. Instead, identify the index run, which is the path exhibiting the highest total resistance. You should size your pump specifically to handle the requirements of this index run. By integrating these variables, static head, pipe length, fitting resistance, and discharge pressure, you can accurately calculate the total dynamic head needed for your system. Finally, remember to incorporate a safety margin. Adding a 10 to 15% buffer helps account for potential pipe fouling and design tolerances over time.